Hey, it's your girl Nay coming to you with another episode of As Told by Nay, the podcast. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope that you're having a great day thus far. Hope that life is good, treating you well, staying dry if you're in Florida because, as we know, it's the summertime. It's about to be raining every night. And I personally like the rain. I don't know about you guys, but as long as I don't have to be outside in it, I'm good. I like to open the windows, listen to it come down, vibe out a little bit, have my little glass of wine, and it's a party. It's a party over here these parts when it's raining. So yeah, again, hope everyone's having a great day thus far. And I have a great conversation tonight. For sure. Great conversation. How did this conversation come about? Well, life. Been having a lot of convos with my close girlfriends, people that just in every day, just having conversation. People hitting me up on social media, and it's the summertime. We are in the middle of summer. It's July. It's popping around these parts, and people are outside. People are outside. People are dating. People are trying to mix and mingle. And this seems to be a conversation that you guys love to have on As Told by Nay, and I'm here for it. Y'all know I'm no stranger to having the conversation, so we're going to talk a little bit about it tonight. If I had to give tonight's conversation a title, I would call it Summer Flings, and that's because it's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going on. I know y'all missed me last week. I didn't do a show. I was supposed to do a show on the 4th of July. Ended up being locked in with the fam all day, had a crazy great time, and I did not get around to doing my show, so I do apologize about that. I was really looking forward to it because, as you guys know, if you've been, rocking with As Told by Nay since day one, this is year 4 of the podcast, and we started on the 4th of July 4 years ago, so I really wanted to do like a big deal. Y'all know 4 my favorite number. But it is what it is. Happy 4 years to As Told by Nay. So that didn't happen, but I'm back. I know y'all missed me. I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys about being more consistent with my show, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable this year, y'all. Every week it has not been. It's been like a every other week type of vibe going on, but you know what? We're gonna get in the habit of making sure that I bless y'all with a dope conversation at least every other week, at least. So yes, no guest today because we just gonna talk about it. What I did was I put some polls out on Facebook as well as Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all of that good stuff, to have this conversation and prepare for this conversation tonight because I needed the people to let me know how they felt about it. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother. Such a big supporter, and I love you. Thank you for congratulating me on 4 years. I'm doing this, y'all. And I always tell y'all, if y'all have a passion or a dream, go for it. Don't let nobody tell you that what you got going on ain't important. What you got going on ain't gonna do well. Like, if it make you happy, do that shit. So yeah, summer flings. We're going to be talking about dating. We're going to be talking about hookups, friends with benefits, all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff because that's what y'all want to talk about tonight. And I think it'll be good. So transparency episode for sure. Definitely gonna let y'all know about some of the things that I have encountered on this dating journey, things that I've seen, things that I've done, things that are happening with Nay, because y'all are always asking, and y'all know I'm very private, but I don't mind giving information if it's going to help my fellow people in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to talk about it today. We're definitely going to talk about it, and I'll let y'all know some of the things that I have had happen to me, because really when I'm talking about these summer flings, I want us to get a good understanding of exactly what it is we're trying to accomplish as we're dating this summer. Yes, it's all fun. Yes, I always tell you guys to take your time, figure things out, feel people out, but go into it knowing what you're trying to accomplish so that you're not adding more stress to anybody's life or causing, issues for people that's really out here trying to find their forever, their happily ever after. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Shout out to Keith Jones. I see you. What's up? What's up? Yes, 4 years. Appreciate y'all for the love. Happy 4 years to y'all too. Happy 4 years to y'all, because y'all definitely be holding your girl down and being a part of this process. So I definitely appreciate all the love. All right. So I came up with a little list of things that I kind of want to address today in regards to these summer flings and how we're doing it. So off the bat, rules, if you may. And not really rules, because you ain't got to follow them, but conversation points, I guess. So number one, I would say be honest. Don't lie. Always be true to you, because somebody gonna feel it. Something that I've noticed with people within, and I can't even say within our generation, right? Because I've had this conversation with older people, younger people, my same age, everything in between. People are fake these days, right? People are definitely fake. People come across on how they think you want to receive them. I'm gonna say that again. People come across how they think you want to perceive them. I think that this became a big thing because of social media. There are so many different personalities in the world. There's so many different ways of life in the world. There's so many different shit. And people can tap into all of that with a swipe of the finger, right? You can see how anybody is living, and you could take a little bit of each piece of that, and who would really know? Who would really know as you're introducing yourself to new people this summer if it's truly you or not? Nobody but you. But I think that that's messed up. And y'all don't need to do that. Y'all need to be true to who you are, because somebody gonna feel it. A lot of times what people run into with these summer flings is they're meeting fake people. And not fake people like you're not a real person, not in the sense of catfishing, right? But in a sense of I meet you, you introduce me to a vibe, and then you can't keep up with the vibe because that's not really you. And then your true colors come out, and now I'm mad, you mad, we falling apart. It's a whole big old thing. When if you would have just been who you were supposed to be from jump, who you know to be, then we wouldn't have this problem, right? So it's okay to, be you. It's okay to let your true self be known, because again, somebody gonna feel it. And if you fake it to make it with a person, and then you get a couple months down the road and it falls apart, you have nobody to blame but yourself, because it wasn't really you. I think that that's so unfair as well. People taking their time to get to know you, people taking their time to fill out the situation, and it's really not even what you portraying it to be. That's not you. Why do y'all do that? And I got a lot of people in the comments today. I got a lot of people tapping in. What's up? Check in with your girl. Why do we find it easier to fake? And I'm asking a question, 2-part question. Why do we find it easier to fake? And then the second part of that is, are we looking to tap into, are we wanting to change? So I was talking to a group of guys about this, and they were telling me that sometimes they pretend to be something else because that's really how they want to be. Like they want to grow into this person. So they act like that's who they are so they can get there. I don't know if I believe that works though. I don't know if I believe that if I pretend that my personality is something different, that it'll organically become my personality. Like it's only so long that you can fake that. At least that's my opinion. So for anybody that wants to chime in, tap in, let me know. If you have pretended to be somebody else or pretended to have this vibe that was not really yours, what were you trying to accomplish? What were you getting at with that? What were you trying to? What was you trying to do? What we doing? What's up? What's up? Some people don't know who they are. That's a really good point. A lot of people don't know who they are, unfortunately. And at this age, I feel like we need to do some soul searching. So that leads great lead in to my next point. Point number 2, be a complete you before you start summer flinging this summer. What do you mean by that, Nay? Well, what I mean is a lot of people will say, oh, I'm just out here having fun. Like, I'm not looking to have anything serious. And that kind of ties into number 1 as well. That's cool as long as you're letting people know that up front. Because there's some people that's really out here trying to find, the next chapter in their life. And they're running into these fun people, these fun boys, these fun girls that's just out here living their best life, hopping from box to box, from penis to penis, doing whatever they're doing. And that works for them. And I'm not, no slight on you if that's your lifestyle, because do what makes you happy for sure. But then there's other people that are running into y'all that's looking for Mr. Right, looking for Mrs. Right. And now we got a whole big old ball of confusion. So know for sure which direction you're trying to go in. And then if you're one of the ones who is out here just having a good time, be upfront. That kind of goes back to somebody gonna feel your vibe. Be you, somebody gonna feel it. If you just out here busting it open, it's somebody out here that's willing to take that. So find them. Don't lie and say you're looking for it forever and then you play over somebody, because hurt people. Y'all out here breaking a lot of hearts and doing a lot of damage for no reason. Somebody gonna feel that. Somebody out here just trying to have a good time too. And y'all can get that. Trying to be seen as somebody they know their real self can't compete with. Okay. I know someone that everyone they've dated, they were different with each one doing what they think their partner wanted. And that's so not fair to them as a person and not fair to their partners. Because another piece of that, you know what I'm saying, having an understanding of who you are before you get into these situations. A lot of people think that dating is going to make them happy. A lot of people think that I'm going to find this person that's going to make me better, or they're going to, help me smile again. They're going to make me adventurous. They have all these things that they want this person to do for them that they're dating. And that's not their job. That is not their job. Your job is to make yourself happy, be in a good headspace, be healthy, make these healthy connections so that when you get to whoever you get to that comes into your life, they compliment that. We looking for compliments, not completion. You should be who you gonna be when you meet this person. And not to say you're supposed to have it all figured out right now, because I get that. Everybody should be a work in progress, right? But we not Bob the Builders. We're not supposed to be fixing the people that we are dealing with. It should be like a give and take type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to me thinking I'm supposed to solve your life struggle with self. No, you need to figure that out before you come over here, because I don't want them type problems. And there's a lot of people in this world that don't want them type problems. As a single person, I am looking for my forever, but in the meantime, I'm gonna have my fun. And I can feel that. I can definitely feel that. But again, I hope that you being a single person, having your fun, but also looking for your forever, that you're having that dialogue with the people that you're coming in contact with. Because some people don't be knowing. You say you're looking for your forever, so they think that you're looking for forever. And then you out here doing your thing. I'm only here for tonight. Make your best impression. I cannot. Don't blame me for your bad judgment. Is it really bad judgment if you out here in these streets lying? Is it really bad judgment if you're not being honest? What am I judging? You or who you portraying to be? Because that's the thing. Let's talk about it. So, also tied into that, with that spiel about being you and being complete and being complete and doing all these great things and feeling whole when you go into, these situations. And kind of like Miss Anitra said, and which made me to say, as long as we being honest about what the intentions are, tell people when you're done messing with them. Tell people when you've had enough. I cannot stand hearing these stories about y'all people that just string people along. I met somebody and I was having a conversation with them, and I'm gonna put this out here because I actually thought it was a really dope idea. And he was telling me how he has like a big ass hourglass, and it's like one of his rules. He gives females that he talks to rules, right? These are the rules. This is how I'm moving. This is what I'm doing. Either you with it or you not. I think that's amazing. I think we should all have these standards and these rules that we already have in our head when we're getting ready to start these summer flings, and we know, and we letting the people know so that we can move accordingly. So anyway, so he has this big ass hourglass, and basically like once we start dating, your time and your hourglass starts. And if we get to the bottom of this hourglass and all the sand is done and we ain't figured out what's next, if the sand is done, then that means you're done. And I thought it was funny, but in my head, I'm like, you know what? That make a lot of sense because y'all know me, and I've said this plenty of times on the show. You know when you rocking with somebody for real. You know if you can see yourself vibing with this person long term. You know if you see it going somewhere. You know if it's just a fun time. So if in your mind you're trying to figure things out, ain't no need in stringing somebody along in the meantime, between time, just for comfortability. I've heard so many people say, oh, it's just comfortable. It's familiar. That's stupid. You out here sucking and fucking anyway. On to the next. On to the next if that's your vibe. Like, don't be out here having people prolonged in you and it's turning into heartbreak. I think that's so selfish. So shout out to him with the huge hourglass. I think that's a dope idea. I'm not literally going to go and get an hourglass, but definitely in my mind, there's a talk. There's a clock that's ticking because again, when somebody rocking with you for real, and when you rocking with somebody, and if that's not what the vibe is, on to the next. Let them be, release them, set them free for the next person. All of that, I'm gonna just keep this right here in my back pocket just in case. Forever can be found in a one night stand. Not me, but I've seen it successfully done. Hey, I think that I too believe that. You can definitely find your forever in a one night stand. Ain't no slave. See, because for me, people are always asking me like, what makes somebody a hoe? And this is kind of not on the topic, but it is on the topic. What makes somebody a hoe? I don't think it's how many partners that you've had. I think it's how you maneuver in those partners. Because you can meet somebody, sleep with them, have every intention of being with them, and then it just doesn't work. And so you move on to the next person. If you're actively dating and that's how you date and you trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that makes you a hoe. Now, if you out here sleeping with Jim Bob and his brother Terry too, you got one dude in this hour, one dude in the next hour, how you maneuvering and carrying the box, that's what makes you a hoe. Like moving like that or, doing too much, that's something different. But just because maybe you got a high body count or what, I feel like at this age, that's not even a conversation that we have to have. I feel like I'm kind of going on a tangent too, but I just said that because you mentioned, you can find your forever in a one night stand. And I believe that. Like because that's one of the things we're going to get into, like with these summer flings and dating. What is too quick to give up the box or pass the meat out? We're going to talk about it. So I'm going to pause that right there. keep it going, and we gonna bring it back up when we get to that. You know from jump, honestly. Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what we saying, Terrell. You close your eyes on the red flags. I mean, they ain't that red, but that's real though. I feel like some red flags are not. They not really red. They're like orange red or like maroon, because it really wasn't clear that you wasn't shit. That's just me though. What's the next piece I was going to talk about? So we talked about being honest and true. We talked about being upfront. We talked about, I guess we could just go into the whole having sex thing. So this seems to be a question that a lot of guys ask women when they're starting to date. And I'm going to get serious for a second with y'all, because we're going to talk about this in two different regards. We're going to talk about this in two different regards. The first regard being, you don't need sex to be intimate. That's number one. You can learn to have intimacy with your partner without having sex with them. You can learn to know, because a lot of people confuse those feelings and what they thinking is because of the sex. Like, you're lusty. That's all that it is. So you don't have to have that in your dating situation to make it do what it do. On the flip side, that may absolutely be false for you. You may really need to see like what it's about before you commit to the situation. And I'm not judging either way. Whether you feel like you need to test drive the car before you take it off the lot, or if you feel like you don't really need that to, connect with a person. Figure out what that looks like for you though, and hold true to it. A lot of guys will ask the question about sex because in their mind, that's what they're looking for. And I'm not saying this like every man thinks like this. I'm generalizing, right? But it's because I have a lot of female friends. Most of my following on Ask Told by Nay is female as well. And so when they hit me up and send me letters and stuff and they ask me questions, I'm getting their perspective when they're talking about their different stories. And the guys will have sex be such a heavily weighted piece of dating them. And so that's what I'm speaking to when I say guys do this. Of course, I know it's not everybody. But for y'all that's in the comments, is sex a big deal when you're dating? Like, what is your mindset? Are you out here just trying to see how many bodies you can get this summer? Or are you actually trying to see, what's what with a female and, trying to build a connection? So somebody asked me, and here's a transparency moment. I can't just have sex just to have sex. It don't work like that for me. I have to have a connection to you. I have to feel something. There has to be, you could be the finest person. Chris Brown could walk up to me today and he could not get the box because I don't know him. We don't have a connection. Like, you could be fine. I could be attracted to you. We can have a great time, like hanging out. But if I don't feel connected and want to take it to that space with you, it's not going to happen for me. So I try and tell guys that up front, because I feel like, again, a lot of guys will be on some, oh, I'm just trying to get the box. Or the box is going to let me know if I really like this girl or not. Well, you're going to have to figure that out another way, because you're not going to get the box unless I'm really fucking with you for real. So I said that to say this. Ladies, it is okay to tell these men that you're not having sex with them. Set the standard, set the rules, set the boundaries, and stick to them. It's fine, because like I said when I first started the live, somebody gonna feel it. Somebody gonna rock with it. Somebody gonna vibe with it. It's gonna be a-okay for somebody. If he's telling you he ain't with that, he ain't for you. He ain't trying to do what you trying to do. He trying to do something else. So if that ain't what you want, don't be on that. And fellas too. It's a lot of females out there that be ready. Let's get it. Let me see what he's talking about. What them gray sweats talking about. If that's not where your mindset at, don't feel like you less of a man. Don't feel like you got to keep up with your partners. None of that. Like if you want another vibe and you really trying to get to know this lady and figure out where things can go, tell her, ma'am, sweetie, I'm not on that. I'm just, I want to know you and get to know her. And if she be like, oh, no, that's not what I'm on to the next. She not for you. Y'all not on the same page. I talk a lot about being on the same page, and it's because I've learned in my history of dating that, very necessary to be on the same page. It's all about connection and vibe. There is no timetable for any of it. Facts. Because for me, I'll double back to something old before I add something new to the table. Like if I built a connection with somebody before and I know that that's a vibe over there, I know that we can get it in. I'm cool because we there. Even if we're not talking like that no more, like I still feel, you know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be the new. It's gonna be the old. And not to say that I can't cut it off if a new come around. But it's like in the in between meantime, that's probably where I'm at. I'm probably old school in it until I figure out what's what. Crazy women want to know. Crazy women want to know what the sex like before being. A lot of women do. Let a ninja not want to smash. Now that's a whole different problem. Crazy but true. Facts. Let that shit go. Don't go back. Move forward. Okay, ma'am. I'm not. And I'm not. And then for me too, it's not even on some everyday type thing. Like anybody that know me for real, y'all know. Again, and because I've said it on the show a bunch of times too, sex is not a big deal to me. Like I can go forever without having it. It's fine. Because I don't even be wanting it until I like the person, until that connection is made, until I'm in a space where I'm like, oh, this person is got my head in a space where I vibe with them like that. Now I want to have sex. Now we can get it in. But if that's not the case, if I don't like nobody, then I'm good. I'm just messing with her. Shout out to Rosie. Hey, boo. No, ain't no doubling back on that shit, sis. Listen, I'm grown, bro. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But it's not even a necessity though. So I mean, y'all right in a sense. I don't have to. But what I'm saying, sometimes when your back itches, you need a scratch. I would go backwards before I just add a new body. That's all I'm saying. But I said that to say, why did I say that? What was I talking about? I went off on y'all know me. I get to talking off on a tangent, but I don't know what I was saying. Oh, fellas, yes. So if you're not into that and you don't want that, that's cool. Don't let sis move you into a space where you feel like you gotta, let her hit just because she asking for it. Because no. The answer is no. Let me go see what y'all talking about. What's up? That brings on a whole new vibe when it comes to women feeling intimidated when it comes to the sex. Oh, perfect lead in. So on top of that, and this is me being serious for just a second. With these summer flings, hey guys, fellas and females, let's get serious for a second. When a woman or a man states that they don't want to have sex with you, hey, let's stop getting in the habit of forcing them into it. Because let's just talk about it. That's rape. And for y'all to be sitting up here and I keep getting this, sometimes no really mean yes. No mean no. No mean no, period. There's a lot of women who are intimidated when they say no and then y'all move into it anyway. And y'all doing stuff and y'all kissing on her and y'all, and women too, he done told you no, and you putting your hand in his pants and putting your booty on him, whatever the case may be, it makes it very uncomfortable. And it makes them feel like they have to give in at some point. especially if they done already said okay to laying in your bed, then already said okay to spending the night. They already, y'all done had drinks, y'all done been out, y'all done had a good time. And now there's that pressure, but they don't want to have sex, but they do it because they done told you no, and you're not taking no. You still trying to do it. You still trying to finesse. You still trying to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that is a form of rape. As much as y'all don't want to hear that, and as much as y'all don't want to accept that, it is what it is. If she say no or he say no, the answer is no. We got to get out of the habit of saying, oh, sometimes no mean yes. And women, because sometimes y'all do be doing that though, where y'all will say no, but everything about your no is yes, and you're still letting it happen. And for those of you that do that, we got to find another way to try and be enticing or try and be shy or whatever game y'all play when y'all do that. We got to find another way to do that, because it's putting in the minds of everybody that this is appropriate. And sometimes it's just absolutely not. A woman will really not want to do it and then feel like not that she have to, but again, there's that intimidation there, or that feeling of, well, I already said no when he up here, especially if she like you, especially if he like you, especially if the feelings are there. They don't want to do it yet, but you done kind of like coerce them into giving it up, because it puts it into, a very awkward situation. So let's not do that, guys. Let's not do that. Let's find another way. But you ain't even sex with nobody, so it don't matter. I love my brother. Sorry, big bro moment. Proceed. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I see that a lot. In fact, saying no, but the panties off. Facts. And like I said, some women do, and some men too will say that they not about it when they really are. And that's a way of them flirting or trying to be cute some type of way, or that's them being enticing. It gives the wrong message, because if that worked with you, people gonna try that again with somebody else, and that may not be the vibe that they feeling, and then it's a whole nother situation. So let's just be mindful, guys, that no means no, and we gotta find another way for the no that means yes to mean yes, so that the no that means no always means no. Had to get that off my chest, because I've heard that a lot too, especially with these situations where you have one person that's out here just trying to have fun, then you have another person that's really looking for, something serious. They don't caught these feelings. This person feels like if I just pretend like I want to be with them too, they're going to let me get it. And then now they feel forced or intimidated into having sex because they like you. And then 2 weeks later, you're not even calling no more. Y'all not hanging out. You don't ghosted her or him. Now you being weird. And now they feel even shittier because they really didn't even want to do it. And now you done made them do that. And now you gone. So let's just be mindful. I don't feel that's accurate. Women pressure men too. Are you listening? I said that. Shout out to you, because you just be wanting to argue with me every time you get on my show. I appreciate the views though. I appreciate you popping through. I appreciate you commenting and being a part of the conversation. Because if we don't, then we are considered gay. But no. And that's what I was saying too. You probably just signed on late. But that go for men and women. Definitely go for men and women. The shoe can fit both feet. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be mindful of that. And I'm gonna get off my soapbox about that. And we're gonna keep it moving for these summer flings. Because at the end of the day, I'm here for the summer flings. I'm here for the little friends. I'm here for the sneaky links. I'm here for the blossoming relationships. I'm here for all of that. I feel like summertime is the perfect time to kind of get out there, mix and mingle, meet new people, and figure out what it is, that you're really trying to do. And a lot of that is trial and error as well. So when I say have your mind made up about what you're trying to do, I don't mean you got to have it all figured out. I don't mean that you got to be in a space where you thinking, I am trying to be married, I'm looking for my husband, I'm looking for my wife. If you're there, perfect. That's great. I think you should lead with that when you meet people. But if you're not, it's okay to be in a space where you're trying to figure out what that looks like, because that's cool. But be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody's telling you that they're looking for their forever and you just like, I don't really know if that's what I want to do, then tell them that you don't know if that's really what you want to do so that they can move accordingly. That's all I'm saying with that piece, you know, because live your best life. Live your best life and do what you got to do. Have fun. The sun's out. The women wearing little to no clothing. The fellas out here with their hoochie daddy shorts on. Hey, let's talk about this wardrobe. Let's get into this wardrobe real quick, because then I want to go over some dating horror stories that I got from social media today, because y'all definitely kept the laughs coming all day with these stories. But let's get into some wardrobe, right? So, hoochie daddy shorts. I'm here for the hoochie daddy shorts. I'm here for the hoochie daddy shorts. I'm gonna say that again, because when y'all wear it right, it does something to us women. Now, I do think that there is a such thing as too short. The hoochie daddies should not be like all the way up your thigh looking like my shorts. But, you know, look, thigh meat, you know, I like the pants that show the ankles. It's okay for the fellas to be out here in their slides this summer. We have age. We have that age where the slides is cool. The pants that show the ankles is cool. The loafers, you know, the hoochie daddy shorts is cool. The button up shirts that's actually buttoned up. Because y'all know back in the day, we used to have the button ups. We leave them open because we had the t-shirt up under. You know, button your button up, fellas. That's nice. The hats, not the fitteds. I'm talking about like the actual, what are they called? Somebody. Fedoras are hot. What's the other ones though? I want to call them a Kango, but they're not all Kangos. Like Kango ain't the only hat or clothing line that makes that particular hat. But you know, those type hats, the bucket hats, like we are here for the hats. Summer flings versus cuddle season. Right, it's summertime. We outside. We at the beach. You know, people is dressing because it's hot. People is, you know, they got their toes out, cheeks hanging. All of these great things. Ladies, talk about y'all wardrobe a little bit. A bathing suit is not an outfit. A bathing suit is not an outfit. Unless you're about to go to the pool or the beach. I should not see you in the mall, walk around the mall with your bathing suit on as an outfit. I don't know who started that or made that a thing, but I don't want that to become a thing. Let's not do that. Ladies, you know, I am all here for a little cuppage, you know, having your cheeks out. That's cute. I'm here for it, you know, but not to the point where if yo dude gonna be snatching you up. We don't want you getting beat up. We don't need that. That comment just threw me off a little bit. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're so kind. Let's see, crop tops. I'm here for the crop tops. Ladies, if you want to feel like you got on a swimsuit without actually having on a swimsuit, just put you on a cute little crop top, some little shorts with the cheeks, and that's like a bathing suit. Make it cute, make it tasty, you know. Y'all out here enticing the fellas, y'all out here enticing the women, and I'm here for it. I think it's dope. Sundress season is in full effect. Ladies, don't have on these sundresses with them big ass drawers though. That ain't what we doing. That's not the look that we're going for. That's not what we're trying to achieve and accomplish. If you got on a sundress, it's great. Make it pop, do what it do. But don't be out here with with the big draws under the sundress. We've been seeing you grind in the air lately. Listen, I'm outside a little bit. I'm definitely outside a little piece. You know, y'all know me, dancing ass Nay. If you don't, that means you don't really follow along my journey. But yeah, ladies and fellas, when y'all at the parties, that's a good summertime etiquette. Have fun, cut up, dance, let loose, take a couple shots, like vibe. Don't let nobody make you feel like you supposed to be outside and you can't be you. Vibe and have a good time. Like we traveling, y'all. We doing our thing. We dressing. Put it the fuck on. I know I'm talking junk, but honestly, I am all here for you feeling comfortable with whatever it is that you're wearing. I am a big advocate of putting it the fuck on. Like, it don't matter what nobody else got to say about what you're wearing. Put it on. If you feel good in it, put it on. Go outside and do your thing. Nah, bro, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. My big brother's on here showing out today because he know his sister. I don't know why he in here playing. Put it on, have fun, hang out, do your thing. And really, guys, I just want y'all to be safe. I know I've been talking a lot of junk. And with the summer fling, like the whole point of me talking about this is to be safe. Have fun, do your thing, but be safe. Be conscious of your feelings and be conscious of other people's feelings. Be mindful of how you are making other people feel, because sometimes we do stuff and we don't realize what we're doing, and that is not a good vibe. But just be mindful. Like, y'all know me, I'm gonna ask them questions. I'm going to make sure that we have an understanding. I'm going to make sure that we're on the same page. I'm going to set my boundaries. I'm going to set my standards. And if you don't get it, or you don't want to get it, or you're not vibing with it, we're good to go. And I just want everybody to have that same mindset. Like, make up in your mind what this summer is supposed to look like for you. And even if it's not flinging, maybe you're not even trying to mix and mingle. Maybe you just outside enjoying your girls, you outside enjoying your fellas, or you trying to travel, see something new, get some new experiences, all of that. Do what make you happy. Have fun and be safe doing it, because some of us are already in relationships. We already out here doing what we do. We locked in, ain't no mixing and mingling. We just chilling. But you still want to enjoy outside. Hey, people, let's not act like our people can't be outside a little bit. It's okay for your significant other to have some playtime, to hang out with the fellas, hang out with the girls, take trips, walk around with hoochie daddy shorts on, or have the cheeks out, have a sundress fitted. Like, all of that is okay. I want us to find a sense of pride in our partners being outside and doing their thing, if that's what makes them happy. Some people are homebodies, and this means nothing. You're just here watching the show because you're a fan, and I appreciate you. You ain't got no plans to be outside this summer. You ain't summer flinging or none of that. And that's cool too. I appreciate you. But if your thing is to be outside and you hanging and you doing your thing, that should not change just because you're in a relationship. Maybe there should be a little bit of, boundary setting, or have an understanding of what it looked like, but don't stifle your person, because again, we got to be true to who we are at all times. Honestly, authentically yourself, because somebody gonna feel it. If you're an outside person and your partner is making you to feel like you're not supposed to be outside, they're not the one for you, because you're not comfortable in being in that situation. And we have to get out of the space of doing stuff to make somebody else feel better than we make ourselves. And really, that's all that it comes down to this summer. Make you happy. Do your thing. Be litty, whatever being litty looks like for you, and all that good stuff. Take a trip take trips without Bay, it's okay. Big facts. Shout out to Crazy But True the podcast, because that is big facts. Leave her home. Leave him home. Go hang out with your girls. I am so ready. I am so ready to hit the road with my clubhouse. And it's a lot of my clubhouse that's married and committed relationships. And we outside. We hanging. We having a great time. We drinking. We eating great foods. We making memories. And it's okay. Let her cheat in peace. It don't even got to be all of that. We just outside. He just outside, sis. That don't mean he cheating. He's just outside. Let that man be outside. Let that girl be outside. It's okay. Y'all can be outside together and then let them be outside by themselves. All right, so I definitely want to get into some of these dating horror stories that I saw through my social media today. Y'all out here cutting up. And I thought it was just me. So before we get into that, I'm ready to tell my story. I want to tell my story about a dating horror that happened to me. And I was really mad about it for a long time until recently. So that's why now I'm able to talk about it. But if you know you can't be faithful, keep your ass. Facts. You know yourself and you know your partner. If y'all got issues and situations where they don't be doing what they're supposed to do, and you know that, then I'm not telling you to go outside. Don't go outside. We want you to still be in your relationship and it to be happy and healthy. So don't go outside if you can't. If you can't do the right thing. So, boom, my horror story. So I met a guy and we was dating for a little bit. And I thought it was cool. And that's why I say you should not let things go longer than they need to go. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was great. We was doing our thing. And then I decided that maybe it wasn't so great. Maybe we wasn't doing our thing. This isn't something that I want. But I used to be very soft-spoken when it came to that. I have found it being a hard time to tell people that I didn't like them anymore or that it wasn't going anywhere. And so I tended to not. And I tended to just kind of fall back a little bit and just be like, okay, eventually they're going to stop because they tired of being treated like this. And so I thought that was going to happen. It didn't. They were still trying to do their thing or whatever. And so I made up in my mind that I was just going to ghost them or try to ghost them. I hate ghosting because I feel like a conversation is always needed. And I could be wrong, and you don't have to follow that mindset, but I do. Now, I feel like a conversation is needed, like you're not supposed to just ghost people. And so, long story short, he got wind of the fact of me trying to like dance around not wanting to be with him anymore. And he came into a situation where someone told him that it was a good idea to rob me. So he definitely concocted a whole story and took some money from me. And in the process of him taking my money, he then ghosted me. And this is at the time when like the Tinder swindler was like popping. And I just felt like, I don't even know. But moral of the story is, niggas is out here stealing people money. Like, that's a real thing. And for you, when people sit back like, oh, I would never send nobody no money. And yes, you would. If you care about somebody or you feel like you can help and somebody gives you a story that seems believable, you're going to do it. But that is really shitty. Don't do that to people. But then I also learned a lesson. If I would have cut him off a long time ago, we wouldn't even got to that place where I felt like I needed to help them. So that's a little bit on me. I feel like that was a little bit of karma. That was a little bit of karma. And I ate that. It is what it is. But I just wanted to say that because I remember when the Tinder Swindler came out, and a lot of people talk about how they would not send nobody no money if they asked them. And it's just kind of like, if you think about it, them women on that show, like they thought they was dating that man, like that was their man, and they cared about him, and they was like spending time and having sex, and like the feelings were there, it was emotions tied. So of course they were sending him money. Like it made perfect sense to me. So let's not be so quick to judge. So that's like the only craziest like dating situation that has happened to me, was that I got robbed like that. But it wasn't even like a rob. It was really like off of like you played on my emotions and my trust, and you know what I'm saying? I think that's so crazy. But that's it. That's the only bad thing that happened to me. But y'all that have some really crazy stories happen, and I just want to tap into them a little bit. So I put a post out on Instagram and Facebook, and I asked people, what's the worst dating experience that you had? Somebody said his card declined and he thought I was going to pay, but I was peace out. Hey, listen, if somebody invites you on a date and they come get you and they take you out, they supposed to pay for it. And before you fellas jump on me and be like, oh, women can pay for dates too. Yes, women can pay for dates. But if you asked her on a date, it is not for her to pay. It's for you to pay because you asked her out. Period. We are in a lifetime where there's Cash App, there's Apple Pay, there's Venmo, there's so many different online banking options. If somebody's outside and I forgot my wallet, my card declined. First of all, if his card declined, I probably, the type of person that I am, I would pay for it, but then you would never hear from me again. Sis said she left, like, I'm not paying for that, I'm out. And I get that. But that's a bad look. You should not be inviting nobody on no date and you ain't got no money. Why are we doing it? All right, so boom, next one, which kind of goes into that. He left his wallet, and that was enough for me. Hey, you left your wallet? Cool, cash at me, and I'll go ahead and take care of it. Or Apple Pay me, and I'll go ahead and take care of it. That I left my wallet live because I feel like that's a lie. You just wasn't trying to pay for this date. That don't work no more because there's too many options out there that we can go ahead and get this taken care of because you asked me out. And if your card not working, better cash it up or Venmo her that money, sir. Big facts. Big facts. She saw her ex while we were out and started crying about him the rest of the night. Hey, guys, if you're not in a place to be dating because you're still caught up on your last situation, don't go out, especially if you live in the same city with them. You outside with your ex, and then you run into your ex outside and you dating and you not ready to see that, and you've been drinking and it's all kind of other factors. Hey, you're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna be in your feelings, and that's not gonna be good for you and your date. He picked me up and said he didn't feel like going out, so took me to his house instead. Netflix and chilling is not a date. It's a kickback. It's a vibe. It's definitely something that we can get into, but that's not a date. You're not gonna tell me, I want to take you out. Then we go out. You come pick me up, have me get dressed, and then say, I don't feel like going out no more. We finna just go back to the house and kick it. Because in my mind, now you said, damn, what was I saying? Now you don't want to go out? Because in my mind, you just trying to have sex. you want to go back to the house because you just trying to have sex. And that's where your head was at the whole time when you was asking me out on a date. You wasn't really trying to take me out. You were just trying to smash. Someone says she shouldn't be going out on a date if she doesn't have her own money. That don't mean she don't got her own money. That mean that he said he was finna take her out, so he supposed to be paying for it. Period. I'm gonna always have my own money, but if you telling me that you want to take me out, you are taking me out. I should be able to leave my wallet at home. My card should be able to decline because you asked to take me out. Now, we know how Nate gets it in over here. But you know what I'm saying? It's the principle. Because if I ask you out, I'm going to pay for it. I invited you out. And there's been plenty of times where I have said that, like, oh, I'm going to take you out, take him out, and then he ends up paying. But you know what I'm saying? That's just a situation for a certain individual. But if I invite you out, the idea is that I'm paying. If you invite me out, the idea is that you're paying. A date is defined as the time you spending, not the money you spending. Facts. But if it's new and you say you want to take me out and then you take me to your house instead, I have a problem. I personally have a problem with that. We're not doing that. If you say you want to take me out, you're taking me out. Now, if you don't want to spend no money, we're going to go walk around the park. Cool. We're going to go sit at the beach and watch the sun go down. Cool. We're going to go whatever. Go downtown, get the little bikes and ride or whatever the case may be. We ain't got to spend a dime. But if you say you want to take me out, you're going to take me out. We're not going to your house. Because I have a really big, and it's probably because I'm just so used to things that have happened where if I'm telling you I don't want to go to your house and you try and trick me, because that's what I was talking to her and that's exactly what happened. He tricked her into going to his house when that goes back to that no means yes conversation. Now you don't got me to your house. That's kidnapping, sir. Just like somebody else got kidnapped in one of these other situations, because no, you said we was going out. Women shouldn't go on a date without any money for safety. Facts. That is definitely facts. Because if she don't have anything, then she relying on him. But how you know his intentions? Big facts. Big facts. Something else y'all said. Her baby daddy brought the baby to our table and left. That's kind of gangster. I ain't gonna lie. That would have tickled my soul. If I was on a date with somebody and my baby daddy brought my kid to the restaurant and was like, your turn, tag your it. Like, I probably would laugh. I would be embarrassed, but I would laugh because, excuse me, sir. Now, the kicker is I hit her up and asked her about this. And she said her baby daddy was still doing a thing though. And that's why he did that. He found out that she was, talking to another dude. The dude had took her out. And so he popped up and dropped the baby off because you were supposed to be with your sister and you on a date. So I thought that was kind of funny. But woo, what would y'all do in that situation? Y'all out on a date and y'all baby that your boyfriend bring y'all kid. Yikes. Or fellas, your girl bring the baby and you on a date when you supposed to be with your brother. That is nuts. Y'all out here living dangerous. Oh, this the one. This girl definitely got kidnapped. He said I was an expensive date, then did a few Uber rides with me in the car and would not take her back to her house. Oh, I picked you up, I took you out, and I spent this money. Now you about to do these Uber rides with me. What? I guess what be baffling me and where I be confused is why y'all asking people on dates and y'all ain't got no money. Like somebody said, being on a date does not mean that we got to spend no money. Take me somewhere that don't cost nothing so that you don't have to kidnap me. Or so that we don't have to have a conversation about, what's too expensive, what's this, what's that. Because if you take me out to eat and be like, order what you want, I'm going to order what I want. And that's a question too somebody asked me, like, what's too much to order on the first date? Like, how much money you supposed to spend on the first date? Know your partner. Y'all know who y'all be dating. Some of y'all be going for these girls that y'all know is big spenders. And y'all probably can't afford to be on that vibe with her or him. And, they in your price range. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody said, went on a date. Turns out she was a he. Hey. That goes back to us being honest and being truly ourselves. Don't be out here tricking people this summer. I have heard that on more than one occasion, that people is out here being tricked. Somebody called me, FaceTime me, and was like, oh, I needed to see your face. Make sure you wasn't a man. Wait a minute. Y'all out here really doing that. Don't do that. That's not cool. Nah, she just down the ride, sis. Ride or die. She completing them trips with my boy called a partnership. No, she wanted to go home. She wanted to go home and he would not take her home. But yeah, if you really a man out here and you date men or you like transgender, I think that you should be honest about that. Like that, and then in serious note, that's where some people were like getting hurt and killed and stuff because of situations like that where you weren't honest about what was going on with you, and then the person you were dating found out, and then it turned into like a whole big old situation. Hey, that's not safe. Like, I understand that you're supposed to be able to tell that when you're ready and all that good stuff, but when dating, like that's a very fine line, and I'm just gonna touch it like that, and then we're gonna get off of it because I don't want nobody to get upset or no type of way. I'm not trying to offend nobody, but let's just make smart and safe choices. He left me at the gas station after dinner. That is so trifling. You didn't have a good time, or you didn't really like her, and you didn't even have the decency to drop her back home. You just left her at the gas station. Again, guys, let's be safe this summer. Don't do stuff to people that you wouldn't want them to do to you. That is nuts to me. She set me up. Hey, and this is not funny because I had a childhood friend die this way. Like, met a girl on MySpace, went to go see her, and she had somebody rob him, kill him and rob him. Like, again, safety. I know like online dating is like a big thing now. A lot of people are doing it. It's very easy, and I get that, but let's be safe about it. That's why I'm really big on, if I don't know you and I don't trust you, I'm not going to your house. If we're dating and you want to take me out, you're going to take me out. I need to be somewhere in public. I need to be somewhere that I can send my location to my girls, and I need to feel safe because stuff like this happens. Like, human trafficking is real. People really out here setting people up, and they use online, Facebook, all these different dating apps. Like, they use that to do that. So if you're somebody that is dating on like online dating or doing stuff, please be careful. There are some really great people. I know so many people that have met their husbands and wives on those things, but I also know a lot of people that have got like set up, robbed, hurt, all kind of crazy stuff off of that. So just be mindful, be safe, be cautious about these people that you meet in and all that good stuff, because shit like that really happens. He kept talking about his grandma and showing me pictures. This tickled me to the core because y'all really love y'all grandmas. Like, y'all really be loving y'all grandmas. I had to ask her, was the grandma dead? And she said, no, alive and well. Like, damn, want to make out or something? So sick of granny ass. I'm sick of granny ass too. I feel you on that. Men love their grandmas, and there's nothing wrong with loving grandma, but let's keep the pictures to a minimum when you're on a date. I mean, you can mention granny, but you ain't gotta sit there, you know what I'm saying? Same with somebody was telling me they went on a date with somebody and he was showing her pictures of his ex and like kept talking about his ex nonstop. That's a bit weird. That's a bit much. Let's not do that either. Let's not have a whole full-blown therapy session at the dinner table. People be trying me like that. Ask me on a date, find out I'm a therapist, and they really like have a therapy session. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Her and her fucking friend stole my car again, setting people up. I had to get the backstory to this, but he was like, the date was over. The friend called and said she was stranded, needed a ride. He went to go pick the girl up from the gas station. Goes inside, being a gentleman. Oh, do you want something to drink? Went to go get the girl something to drink. Came outside, his car was gone. Y'all crazy. Y'all are nuts. People are just, they do the most. And I just want everybody to be safe this summer. Don't get caught up. Don't get got. Please. So those was the stories that I got today in regards to worst things that happen when people like on dates and stuff. So there's that. We done ran over a little bit of time, you know. Thank y'all for rocking with me or whatever. But just a little recap. Hey, it's summertime. We outside. We doing our thing. We mixing and mingling. All of that is fine and well. Take these trips. You know, meet these people. If you're in a relationship, it's okay to leave Bay at home. It's okay for you and Bay to hang out. Hoochie Daddy Shorts, I'm here for it. Fellas, y'all don't call them Hoochie Daddy Shorts. We call them Hoochie Daddy Shorts. That's what they are, but y'all ain't gotta say that because I guess there's like a thing right now with that too. I mean, if you want to call it that, that's fine too. Ladies, put it the fuck on. I don't care how the cheeks out. Put on your crop tops and be confident in that shit. They is definitely putting it the fuck on all summer. I don't care what nobody got to say about nothing. I'm out here living my best life. But if you do have a sundress and you put that on, don't put the granny panties on with that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Fellas, have your toes out. It's okay to wear the sandals. We here for the button ups. We liking the hats, you know, the bucket hats, the fedoras, the grown and sexy is popping. We at that age, you know what I'm saying? Let's date with a purpose, whether that means we just having fun. Know that that's the purpose and be honest about that. Or if you're really looking for your happily ever after and your forever story, make that be known. Let people know that you're looking to get married. Let people know that you're looking to have some kids. Set the standards, set the intentions, be very intentional this summer, guys. It's okay to have fun in the process. Be safe, but just be very mindful and intentional about, you know, how you're doing that. And that's that. It's been 4 years. I'm so excited about that y'all are still right here rocking with your girl. As told, my name is doing amazing things. Hey, if you want more of me, I am also shout out to Keep Up Podcast. I'm teaming up with Vince and Cliff to do Keep Up Podcast, which is every Sunday at 11. So if you follow me on social media, be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, head over to barnesandnobles.com and get a copy of my book, Dreamer. That is doing great, and I really appreciate the love and support in that area as well. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any conversations that you want to see on that Soul by Native podcast, hit me up, drop me a letter, leave it in the comments, and I'll get with you. If you want to be a guest on my show, I'm always down to have guests to come on and talk about these different topics with me. Hit me up and let me know that you want to get down with that as well. And let's make it happen. Everybody be safe. Have a great night. Stay dry. And I will see you guys right back here next week for another conversation on that Soul by Native podcast. Let's talk about it.